the news tonight. Stakeholders commenced constitution amendment bills on devolution of powers. Suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari arraigned in court by NDLEA. Failed parenting identified as root cause of immorality and declining value system. Good evening and thanks for joining us on the news tonight, reaching you from the studio of your heritage station NTA Ijebu ode. My name is Joel Bukuola. Now the news in details. The Constitution Amendment Bills on devolution of powers to state governments have been described as a milestone that will deepen Nigeria's democracy. Guest on NTA's flagship current affairs program, Good Morning Nigeria, who gave this position, also notes that the rejection of bills on affirmative action is counterproductive. Lydia Sampson reports.
Such as airports, railways, correctional centers and power generation from the exclusive list to the concurrent legislative list is viewed by the guests as forward-looking for the nation's democracy.
The generation of power and distribution of power from area covered by the national grid to be available to the state via the concurrent list. The reason behind this is to stimulate development in the sub-regions. It's important that we'll start, opening up the states for economic stimulation and development.
We understand that the major problems we are facing today regarding the issue of rejection or acceptance has to do with the legal operational framework, that is the Constitution of Nigeria itself.
Women, however, are still not smiling over the rejection of gender inclusion bills at the National Assembly.
The bill that we didn't pass, the one that has to do with women, especially bill number 35, bill number 37, and the bill number 68. These are the bills that have generated so much concern for Nigerians. Many of us, especially the women in the Senate and House of Representatives, canvassed very vigorously to get our colleagues to join us in passing that bill. And we feel that those bills are very progressive in nature.
I think in general, let's just get back to the fact that out of the 68 bills, majority of them passed was a good thing. But out of the 19 that failed, it was very disappointing to learn that 5 of the bills that focused on gender-related or women-related all failed.
However, with the disparity between the numbers of the bill passed by both chambers of the National Assembly, a harmonized version is being inspected before transmission to the Houses of Assembly for concurrence, while Nigerians keep their fingers crossed. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Revisit and reverse the bill not reflecting the general interest of Nigerian women. National Council for Women Societies tells the National Assembly at a press briefing held at the council's headquarters in Abuja. Nonso Damian Dati has the details of that report.
That women constitute half of Nigeria's population. Yet, this has little or no impact on the political landscape of the nation. In view of this, the National Council for Women Societies called for this meeting, seeking the National Assembly to reverse bills passed within the past few days that seek to suppress the general interests of women.
The National Council of Women Societies, which is the umbrella body of all organizations, associations and groups in Nigeria, considers this a sad state of affairs. Thus, we call on the 9th Assembly to stand tall and be on the right side of history, to immediately look into how they can redress this gross imbalance that has seized a country of an estimated 200 million people, where women do not have a voice. Nigerian women should not be made irrelevant to the progress and future of this country. Our voices deserve to be heard.
Women need a lot of legal backings to be able to look at what has been their legal constitutional right in order of their presentation of their right.
The Center on behalf of Nigerian women is calling for an end to bias against women in the country and globally. Momso Damien Dati, NTA News.
The suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari and 6 others have been arraigned by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency NDLEA before the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja. The reports.
And 6 others are standing trial on 8-count charge which border on alleged drug trafficking, tampering with evidence and other offences. Abba Kyari and other police officers who are part of the Inspector General of Police Intelligence Response Team pleaded not guilty to the counts, while the 2 alleged drug traffickers pleaded guilty to the charge preferred against them. After taking their plea, counsel to NDLEA Joseph Sunday prayed the court to fix a trial date for the 5 defendants who pleaded not guilty, while Kanu Agabi, who led the defense team, informed the court that bail application has been filed. The prosecution counsel declined to speak, but one of the defense counsel speaks.
Well, I wouldn't like to go into the issues that affect the life of the case at this stage. What we're concerned at this stage is securing the bail of our clients. And they pleading guilty or not guilty, that is left for them and their defense counsel.
After hearing both parties, Justice Emeka Nwite adjourned the case to 14th of this month for hearing of the bail application.
Immorality and near extinction of societal values are a time bomb that would not augur well for the society if allowed to explode. To nip this ugly trend in the bud, stakeholders say the remedial efforts must start from the family and transcend the larger society. Correspondent in this report takes a look at the rising spate of indiscipline among students. The report. Incidents of gangsterism, drug abuse, attacks on teachers, and other antisocial activities has been on the increase in recent times, with stakeholders unanimously agreeing that the nation is sitting on a keg of gunpowder while the future of affected students may be bleak. In the olden days, respondent noted that children were nurtured in a communal setting where discipline was done by all, hence the proverbial saying that an elder cannot be in the market and allow a baby's head to drop. These days, parents are culpable as many of them are quick to defend their words when scolded in schools and other places.
Wife goes out, does not know when to come back, does not care for the children, and every now and then, the husband and wife, the couple, they engage in fisticuffs. They break things, they stab each other, and all the rest. So when children see all these things and they don't say anything good to copy from their parents, the tendency is that they look outside. And their friends who are more matured than they are will try to influence them or throw some baits at them, and they pick those baits and they become victims. So the discipline has broken down within the society. It's not with the children alone, with adult population, with the society generally.
Because if you look at these learners, when they see that they have people, the teachers, the parents, and even outside the school watching them, they will be able to cope. Because one of the problems is that these things have not been checked. How did this thing start? When you see some parents will be telling their children, that particular school you are going, anybody that touch you, they'll come and report to me. You have had cases in Oyo State, in Ogun State. We have seen the situation when a particular student, a child, was beaten, and the parent just gathered the hoodlums to go to the school and destroy their attention, which is not supposed to be.
To address this, many observers believe there is need to sanction both erring students and their parents, while morals should be put in the front burner in schools and religious centers.
Upbringing went a long way to destroy life. If father and mother are not responsible, have no reason to fear Allah, have no studies of the principle of Islam, for example, they will not do good. It is what a child sees his parents doing that he will develop. You will become worse than parents if it is bad things.
And I even understand that when they graduate from the Yahoo scheme, they are given either a notebook or laptop to operate. And once they can scam their victims, maybe they're able to get about $1,000. $1,000 now is about 500,000 naira. Imagine a boy of 15 having 500,000 naira. How much is the teacher earning? So he may even decide to toast a female teacher.
Open day, PTA meeting, and other parents and teachers parley, which have hitherto been relegated to the background, have also been identified as germane to restoration of values. You're still watching the news at 7 on NTA Ijebu ode. The news continues after this message.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
مرحبا بكم يا رمضان، مرحبا بكم يا رمضان، مرحبا بكم يا رمضان. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Yes, it is here again. Ramadan 1443 AH. NTA Ijebu ode, the heritage station, is at 8 again to avail us the opportunity to maximize abundant rewards during the period through our packages such as Tafsir Quran, Call to Prayer, Station Live Show, Short Admonition, and lots more. For further inquiries, contact the marketing department, NTA Ijebu ode, TV House, Eruwan Road, GRA Ijebu ode, Ogun State, or call 0802-836-4801 or 0813-723-0626. Ramadan 1443 AH. What a rewarding experience.
شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان.
You're welcome back. The Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission says all necessary arrangements have been put in place to ensure each free airliftment of intending pilgrims of the country to Holy Land. The Executive Secretary of the Commission, Yakubu Pam, made this known during the official flag-off ceremony and screening exercise for 2022 pilgrimage to Rome held in Yola, Adamawa State.
To carry pilgrimage to
Rome, no doubt, is held today in the hearts of most Christians as a place where the apostolic work of the discipleship of Jesus Christ plays out by the apostles, hence the desire by most Christians for the spiritual journey of faith to Rome.
So I'll be happy to go and see the footsteps of Paul, the likes of Peter, what they did in Rome, and so many things.
Go and pray for the breakthrough of our land, the blessing of the land, and that I want to ask us what we should do when we go to Rome or Holy Land.
Flagging off the screening exercise for intended pilgrims for the 2022 pilgrimage to Rome, the Executive Secretary, Christian Pilgrims Commission, Yakubu Pam, enjoined the intended pilgrims to be good ambassadors of the country and to use the spiritual exercise to pray for peace, unity, and development.
Pilgrimage exercise is meant for us to come back and be ambassadors of Christ, to represent our Lord, and also to contribute in serving our country positively, because the government of Nigeria, through the government of Adamawa State, is sponsoring these people.
Governor Amadu Morofentri represented assured of government's continuous support for a successful trip to the Holy Land.
We'll finish this exercise in good time so our pilgrims take off.
With the screening exercise, it is expected that long-awaited journey to the Holy Land will soon be over. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News. To end the news, here is a recap of our major stories. Guests on NTA's flagship program, Good Morning Nigeria, have commended constitutional amendment bills on devolution of powers to state governments. Suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari and 6 others have been arraigned in court by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA. And lastly, tonight we inform you that failed parenting has been identified as root cause of immorality and declining value system in the society.
That does it on the news tonight. The Yoruba translation of the news comes up immediately with Bumi Oni after the break. Thanks for staying with us. I am Joel Ukwola.